Ladder, hello. Please. Yo, you're listening to the pod. Charlie's an awesome dude. Very interesting guy. Keeping my word. Incredible. Don't trust her. How's it going? Marco from YouTube. Hello, hello. Why am I not getting into a game? Do I need to reload this thing? I'm just going to quickly reload live. Good start. Good start. Can't get a game. Emily, hello. Testing Lugia 2, huh? Good luck to you. I wish you good fortune in the wars to come. EUIC level X, yeah, that was a fateful pull, I'm not gonna lie. It changed a lot. It's been a rough week. But Captain, it's only Wednesday. Oh, I'd love a game. Does anyone play this game? No one seems to. Hello? It's gonna be a short stream if I can't get a game. No one wants to play against the Badiff, that could be it. I'm streaming the decks you're doubting between yourself. Well, on the channel so far, there's been Ceruledge, Arch, now Miraidon and Lugia as of today. So I'm trying to get the big ones in. Sorry for voting for Lugia. Now you tell me. Now look at us. Here we are. This stream's going to be great. We're just going to get so many tips. Did you know that all these Burn, Poison, and Confused Pokemon can still retreat? That's wild. Who knew? I'm taking all these notes on board. This week stream more than I did last year. True, true. It's good to be back. Can I have a game? I tried Twin Leaf. No. Why would I need to with such a perfect official client? What is this? What is this? Give me a game. Is my ELO truly just too high? Might be broken, same rating, doesn't pair us. Arth Vader, that's an awesome name. Hello, hello. Thanks for the follow. "30 seconds of Pokeball spinning." Make sure you use your sub if you want to see more content like this in the future. Oh, brother! I'm going to be streaming Hearthstone in a minute. Game? Game, please. Oh, I pressed cancel and I can't Ooh, now I cancelled. Okay. Gonna do some random clicking around places and hope that that changes things. I've got Tord and Rab, two equally difficult opponents. So we'll try and get in again, please. Do I support an EPL club? Yeah, I'm a Chelsea fan. What do we expect? Lugia testing. A game! Thank you, Oscar. Joe from Omnipoke is daddy. Don't know how to respond to that. We Lugia, we go first, right? Or do we? Probably do, right? Does Lug play Budju? No, it doesn't. It's just not a high priority search target, I would say. Normally your bull search has to be dedicated to the other stuff. Just got to do your own plan A first. Takes precedent over everything else. Y'all like coin flips? Genius. So we know we're up against Ceruledge, right? We looked at the hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 energy. 9. I'll attach a 10th. 11, 12. So 3 energy in the prizes. That's a little ugly, but I don't need a massive damage cap in this matchup. Gigas can be a 4 energy man, which is pretty good. But the main debate here is whether or not to Squawk. I think it's definitely a Squawk situation because the opponent is relatively likely, I would say, to Budju us, right? So I want to cash in on discard now and hope to find Bull Search the other end of this hand. It is a little ugly to get rid of a couple energy when I've prized a couple as well, but... Okay, nothing helpful, but at least next turn I can bench a Lug, Jet, and Reed. We also have Mezagoza still potentially helping us, so... It's just classic Lugia, really. I think if I don't expect Budju, I hold that hand, honestly. And don't Squawk. What do you think? Probably not, actually. Jack, how's it going? When you think Lugia, you think of these hands, right? These are the ones right here. Am I going to have a Guardy stream? As we get closer and closer to the tournament, you'll realize there will be more and more Guardy streams. There's an obvious reason for that. I think it's the best deck, so I want to put lots of time into it. How is Sinnoh in Secret Box Lugia? That's a lot of words that I don't expect to go together. Oh, Ceruledge. Ceruledge. Okay. I think Pokestop is too cracked to not play, so... Hiding my Ceruledge playtesting. How did he know? An all Buddies deck for Pokemon Day. Thoughts on Drap for the Guardy matchup? I think you only need to if you don't play Thick Rat. If you want to play 1/1 Rat and play Drap and buy a space, I'll allow it. You need to have a good +1 space, though. Benching a Lugia should be colloquially known as hawking a Lugia. That's something. Well, we didn't get item locked, but it doesn't matter. So unlucky. I guess I'm just reading away Blood Moon here. Although I've prized so many energy, maybe I just read away Boss. Let's read a Boss, shall we? Thinking. Yeah, let's just read a Boss. Classic. Never turn 2 summon. Such a myth. Any Ceruledges in chat? They've got rid of 3 Boss already. They're at 7, so they're at 170 right now. The Giga carry? I hope so. Giga carry? Possibly. Palk gets there. 1622. Yep. Carmine. Nice hand. Hey, we got Iono. There's a way. There's a chance. You're telling me there's a chance. Subspace. Any believers? Well, that's a good start. This deck's broken. I shouldn't take the fish, right? Because I already have Ultra in hand. I think, honestly, I just take Chops. Maybe I Ultra Ball again as well and just played into Gift. Gift is my draw engine. Play like this, I think. I don't mind Legacy going on. Potential to hold Legacy just so they can't do like a Gus game plan, but don't forget they've got 3 boss in the bin, right? Maybe that was win more actually. Maybe that was wrong. Let me think. I suppose I'm only losing if they pad and go boss next 2 turns. So maybe it just isn't Legacy there. Probably not actually, thinking about it now. But I was like, I don't want to use my last jet or my last gift because of my prizes, right? And I can use double turbo on this guy because I go to 330 and I can minus 40 from that to still KO these. So double turbos are busted here. Maybe I just said no to gift at that point. Maybe the gift, the legacy should still be in deck and it should be gift here. Probably a mistake, honestly. I'm really not used to playing Lugia. I try and avoid it at basically all costs. So I'm probably going to make a lot more mistakes than I do with other decks with Lugia. But I'm willing to discuss those mistakes with you guys. Yeah, Legacy on the 2 prizes is the safest. Like, it's the way to not lose, right? Alright, they've researched, so I think I win the game anyway now, but... This does play around Briar, I suppose, which was the other, like, consideration for the Legacy. They can take 1 and then they can't Briar win. But either way, I'd send them 1 prizes anyway, so I don't think it matters particularly. Alright, they're just going to pollen up. That's fine. Yeah, I think they only got themselves in a pickle because of their early researches, right? That's a pretty good matchup for us. But noted about the Legacy. What am I on for EUIC right now? I think Garly's the best deck. But I'm not necessarily the best pilot of the deck. So I'm also tempted by Miraidon for full transparency. It looked shocking last night though when I was testing Miraidon. We had some serious hands. So, I don't know. The more I play Miraidon, the less I want to play it. Like last week I would have said Miraidon just flat out. This week I'm like, now that I've played lots of Miraidon, I really think it's mid. But it's aggressive and it's well placed. But I think God of War's the best deck. Is Clorf any good into EUIC? So I think Clorf has like evolved into mostly a Terrapagos and Budew deck, right? But just happens to play 1 Clorf. I know Jack's very interested in that. A few of my friends are testing it. If you think the meta is narrowing, it's not the best choice, I don't think, because it's not ideal into Lugia or Guardi. But if you think it's still wide meta, it's a really, really good deck, I think. Yippee, let's flip coins. Broken. Four, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 energy, 2 prized, 4 boss. With flips like this, who wouldn't play Lugia? Interesting conundrum in that they can just sob if they're whiffing and then I have to hit Jet. If I go active, that's obviously dangerous, right? I suppose I just have to Ultra Ball here and forego Jet and say I'll draw another. And potentially not get sobbed anyway. Do you ever play around boss here? They had items turn 1, weren't able to get rid of any chops. It's so unlikely. Like, what's the situation? They could have exactly 2 chops in hand, top deck exactly Ultra Ball, and then boss me. Because I feel like I just want to go Minccino here and say that it's okay. Oh, actually the situation does change entirely because I am Ionoing, so their entire hand is different next turn, actually. So maybe with that context, I still go double Lugia and play safe. I don't know. These are the things that I need to consider more with Lugia, in that, like, treading that line of risk versus reward with the deck, if that makes sense. I think because I changed their hand entirely, it's more conceivable that they are able to boss and double chop spin via item, right? I don't want to give them Mezzagoza, that's for sure. So I think it's just this, and chill. Turboing here doesn't necessarily mean I attack with this one, because obviously it's got 210 here. But it's almost like baiting that I don't have Jet. I can show the list after the game, yeah. There's nothing spicy about Lugia in terms of the 60. But I'll show the list nonetheless. The Maridon video was upsetting. How does the Guardian let you win when you manually power up affairs? You do what you gotta do, right? There's more upsetting plays in that video, that's for sure. Will I stream Ceruledge again? Possibly. Depends how many streams I get in between now and EUIC. I don't want to promise anything. Interesting spot where... So we've prized 2 energy, don't forget. If I don't discard gift, I'm still not attacking anyway next turn. So is it ever just like, gift this Lugia, bench Minccino, and research? Knowing that I can't attack anyway, unless I just go in with Blood Moon. Suppose I could just go in with Blood Moon like this. Two flips, 75%. Easy. So the logic for evolving this Lugia is that I can still deal with fishes. This Lugia means I can deal with other stuff, but there's only hands and Lugia down, right? So I think I'm just doing this one and saying that the energy is more efficient this way. Summon the boys. And looks like we're wasting a gift. I can double DTE this Lugia to deal with a fish. I can go Legacy DTE energy for hands. I have energy in hand as well. This is going to be tight though. I really am low on energy. Luckily I still have 240 hit points, which is pretty annoying for him. So maybe I can retreat this Blood Moon and save it as a late game bomb as well. Jet's a really good prize to take here, actually. They finally got rid of 2 chops. They're playing double hands. Oh, they're in all basic build. 2 hands and Drap. Does that mean they play basic lightning? Or do they play, maybe Roseanne's backup? Do I think Slowking is real? I haven't really looked at the post-Row Slowkings. Maybe. Turned off after the Guardian game and said it was better games at my yellow. That's hilarious. Could you play Blenderloo? Yeah, we all know that's not happening, right? Legacy was made for Lugia. They're literally the best of friends. I'm always debating this Legacy, but again, it's a situation where like the energy in my deck kind of dictate this. And I definitely want to retreat this Blood Moon and not play my Jets 100%, right? We do this and pay retreat so I can deal with the hands with the Blood Moon. Next question is boss hands. Boss hands so that if they Legacy Lugia, I don't care anyway, right? If they Legacy hands, they can win in 2 attacks by gusting this and KOing it and then gusting this and KOing it. So I think it is boss hands, right? We're denying them from benching fish now as well. Four to 0, we should be okay, but our resources are pretty rough here. I did debate playing the Mesagoza down myself last turn, just because I knew they were getting gift activation anyway, and maybe just thinning my deck of a V-Star was more beneficial there. Small debate. No, we've got Legacy active. We can't Iron Hands Liger. I like where your head's at, though. Lugia's Mansion. What a great way to describe the deck. Because it is a jump scare of an archetype. Blender version is more consistent. You gain a +1 out that you can't search for anyway. Or do they play like Arven in the deck or some random nonsense like that just to use Blender? But you lose like the best energy. Like this energy is absurd. What's holding Miraidon back right now? Just list space. There's not much space in that deck. Thanks so much for the follow, Dezo. Newcastle are winning. Nice, nice, nice. Drink it in, drink it in. Can't wait to hear the press conference. Am I an Arsenal hater? I'm not an Arsenal hater. I just like to see... It's specifically Arteta that I dislike. Arteta's just... weird, isn't he? Just a weird bloke. And we have some Toon fans in the chat as well. That's also a reason. Rooting for them. Do I ever just Fin Nest and not take anything? I guess I do. I never want to see this card again, right? Oh, I should have kept Mesagoza. That's my bad. I should definitely keep Mesagoza there. That's silly. I was reading chat. Yeah, we're looking to boss. I should definitely keep Mezagoza there for a coin flip to Lum when they Iona me here. Well, they have to try and Iona me, right? Putting fish down doesn't matter, so they may as well. This is smart. Definitely smart from them. I think I just give it chops because they don't do anything. And it means I don't have to spend the jet. They're still playing all right. They've lost most of their ways back into this game. They're probably checking resources now. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 energy down. They know I have at least one more minimum because I have one prize remaining and no one plays less than 15, right? 15 is the low side. I think it's between 15 and 16, but 15 is like a very common count, I would say. Attack with chops, okay. Definitely an interesting position. I just have to be careful of them bossing, right? This is giving them more cards. Unless I gust, but then I don't have gust for next turn, right? He can just like turbo, retreat again, hit me with this again. But maybe just not activating gift is value here. So they can't keep chaining boss against me. They still have so much gust, right? They have all 4 boss. I have to assume they have boss in hand anyway, right? Honestly, maybe it's just thin, dead stuff. We are in danger here. Oh no, like this is really tight. I think they played this really, really clever, actually. Only hitch is that I have one more card in deck than them. And my Iono... Oh, I don't have Iono. But their Iono is stronger for me. So I just have to pass the game away, right? I don't fear their sniping plays, unless they randomly play Water Energy as well. I think I just have to pass here, right? I can't jet and... just get bossed and then keep passing. I need to play like this and see if they do anything else. Because they can't put anything else down, right? But I'm 1 card up on them. What a strange game. My real concern is that they could easily play backup, right? Because they have the double hands. It makes me think they could easily play Roseanne's, and then I am in a losing position. And I can't Iono and make their hand smaller, so we just know they're holding boss now. I'm basically playing that they don't have Roseanne's backup here. And that they play Basic Energy instead. We'll see how it goes. This is a big 16 energy think moment, though. Because I'm playing Fluttermane right now instead of 16th energy. And it doesn't feel that cozy. Yeah, if they Iono, it's good for us, right? Iono is still a favourable exchange for us. So it doesn't matter that they have one more card than us physically. They're at 19, we're at 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I'm at even less cards, but... Should have paid more attention so you could maybe win. Yeah, I mean, it ain't over till it's over. That's poke. The board looks safe, but they still spent legacies cleverly and bundled away. Maybe if I just gust the bundle there, I never lose either. That's another thing, right? If I just gust the bundle, I couldn't be in this position. So it's also my mistake, right? I saw a gift on bundle and was like, I don't want to play into that. That gives him more lines. But I was so ahead on prizes, I should just take this guy out and never lose. These are the things that I'm... Oh, something's happening. How do I stop this Maverick from bossing my Blood Moon? Does he have enough turns to do it? Now I have to trap him. I have to trap his Lugia. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15, 16, 17. Does he play 17 energy? Or is this bait? 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 15. 16 with extra lightning if he plays 2. Or it's 4th jet right there. If it's 4th jet, it's really bad because then I can't trap this. It probably is 4th jet, right? 4 gift. Yeah, there's prizing in the equation here. I can't do anything if it's 4th jet. Right? We might be got. This is all from me not gusting the bundle. Okay, so they're out of jets. Now I can gust. And deck him. They take 3, so they're at 9. I can't see. 12, 16. We're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Down to 17. What a wild game. You think Jet Sob wins me game? You thought I had to sob there? Wow, they played so well. And I played myself, I guess. Larry's skill. Oh, they don't have boss? What is this? This game is beautiful. What a game. It's a coin flip for fish. Has it really come to this? Lugia being decided by coin flips. Always has been. What the... What the heck? They just had boss in their bottom 3? And now we're back to passing? Can you still dance? My goodness. I should probably have gutted the bundle and saved myself a lot of grief there, huh? They took such a cool line. And honestly, they deserve to win that game for sure, right? They completely outplayed me. Don't think they had room for a 4th jet, so I thought Sob got it done. But they still have bosses left, right? They could boss around my Sob and unlock a Sob lock. Does that make sense? And also, Water Ogre's weak to lightning, right? Yeah, what a bizarre game. List. Yes, list. So list is currently at 15 energy, which is the low end, but it's so I can play Flutter, so we don't just scoop to Thorns. Flutter's like definitely the most feels bad card in the deck, because it's really not that useful. There are random niche spots you can use it against Guardy to attack with by like pushing a Drifloon out the way or something and doing stuff. It could be Bundle for more Gust, like they used Bundle really effectively against us that game. And it could just be a Mist, right? I think more Mist is good. Is Carmine a lie? Yeah. It's trash. Although, I mean, I'm very basic with Lugia, right? It's not a deck I play a lot at all, so I'm just playing a really cookie-cutter list because I'm not comfortable playing another list. I do think there's... If someone can be bothered with Lugia to explore a quad Carmine so that you can see more cards turn 1 and play items before you get Budgie locked, I think that's an area worth exploring to go with the times. How does attacking walls beat Guardy? Depends what walls, right? Attacking walls probably ain't beating Guardy. Boss it up, Jet Lugia to threaten KO with Blood Moon. Boss, play Jet, threaten KO with Blood Moon. Ah, so like he can't attack me at that stage. Maybe that was right, actually. I'm just catching up with chat from the YouTube side. The Larry's skill. Not going to convince me on that one. Chat, do you hate me? Do you hate me right now? My fault or no? Be honest. My fault or no? Help, help. Don't think Water Ogre has to come down here. I think Hans is fine, just to be the guy. You think I bench Water Pond there? If they play Manaphy, it's such a dead slot though, right? And it's another Lightning Week multi-prizer. I know I've already got 6 prizes against the Hands worth on board, but I was like... Does Lost Box play Manaphy? I mean, they always had to when Drago was living, but... Final Debate is Energy Drop. Doesn't matter for Pika. Doesn't matter for... Hands. I think it's just DT active, right? Etherworth Flutter. That's an interesting debate. Ultra Ball away double boss and Jet Flut. Maybe that was good. Now that I've attached the DT, it's way worse. But maybe if I was jetting, it was good. I like the thought. I like the thought. It does just, like, take the game away from them, right? I was just thinking of, like, play with guarantees and Ultra Ball next turn is a guaranteed Lugia V-Star, but... I like where your head's at and just saying that Flutter takes game away. Seagrove, glad to have you in here chatting, because I know you're quite experienced with Lug. You can tell me every mistake I make. Jet Flutter is the optimal play last turn. Agree, 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 agree. But then we're just punting off our Iono. Am I too skeptical about the deck? Do I just trust that an Iono gets me there because I've played no Ultra Balls yet? I feel like playing one Carmine to search from Fish is probably okay. Yeah, I mean, it does give you a bailout option if you, like, Aroma or Ultra Ball. You realise Squawk is prized, so having a Fish Carmine option is a pseudo. I don't hate one copy. I guess also by going Flutter, I already had DT in hand, right? So I would have jetted the Flutter. Next turn DT, I don't even need V-Star in theory. But then maybe I need to bench double V anyway. So yeah, maybe I was too pansy there. I should have been more willing just to grief them. Yeah, probably grief too good there. A grief's a grief. You think Ione gets me about half the time? I guess I did. The calculus was wrong from me because I didn't even need a V-Star turn 2 if I went Flutter anyway. If I just go Flutter and say that their draw is so limited and their lost zone count, like, they just get nowhere near a 7 count. They've actually got to 7 here. This all could have been avoided if I just made the right play. Chat too smart. Yeah, this is going downhill quick. Chat, this one's on me. We had the answers right there. Alice and Seagrove, they knew. Oh, they prized energy. I played perfectly. Just like last game. For God's sake. Alright. I'm embarrassed, to be honest. Anyone else embarrassed for me? Second-hand embarrassment. Always. Oh, Mellow. They didn't check prizes. I mean, true, but we also had like a basically game-winning line in hand and didn't go for it, which was my bad. All from just forehead of like, I need V-Star turn 2. When that's not accurate. It is the rematch. It is the same opponent, yeah. Alright, let's try and find that Flutter main. Who's with me? I don't think it particularly matters that we're not attaching to Flutter, because if I V-Star turn 2 anyway, it doesn't affect things, right? Oh, Seagrove's already saying no. Tell me logic. I don't see the logic. Where do you want to attach otherwise? I want to hear the logic for no attach there. Ah, you're saying because there's odds of drawing Legacy. I see, I see. Send V-Star to bottom and just Iono now. Probably, right? Or do you want me to just hold V-Star in hand and Iono next turn? I think it's this. Man, Lugia's so hard to play. Have I been rude to it for no reason this whole time? Mastering Lugia is being afraid to draw it at all times. Gotcha. Magnitude's more difficult than the next aggro deck. I don't know. I'm so rusty with Lugia that all of these things aren't intuitive to me, and I think it will take a matter of minutes for it to be intuitive for me again. And then I'll just be naturally thinking about this stuff. It's just not. It's not mechanical for me yet. Also, if you hit Jet and you didn't attach, it's fire. It's definitely better, yeah. It is definitely better. You're right. I should have played to high roll there. Well, you play your way to not low roll whilst also playing to high roll at the same time. It's like both elements. So this is pretty ugly. It's not the same logic this time because we're researching first. I really want to play hands down because he's really good. This is my first choice, and then I need to figure out what I'm doing with these energy cards. You like DT to hands? If I get double, I can still pay retreat the Squawk and get a hands hit in. Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, seems logical. It's all on this, baby. Lugia is the easiest deck to play in the world. Late game Flutter Iona is good, but you might need to set up the Pika. Yeah, my plan. I think my plan is Lugia swing this peak. Bench Urs. I've played 2 bosses, my issue, right? Maybe it's Mezagoza flip for Fish. So I Fish this turn. Flutter, Gust, take 1 on Conf, set up Peak. And then have Iono back pocket with Lugia Swing or Blood Moon Swing. Can't Fish. I'll be able to Fish when he... Why don't you like Fish? Fish gets the hands, but Squawk's here anyway. He's going to 4 and Squawk's getting handsed anyway, right? Well, that's a good gift energy. Now I can do the play I want to do. Flutter this turn. Take out Confe, set up Peak. And then next turn I can Iono, Blood Moon him. I think Flutter now is good. I do like the idea of Flutter Iono as well. But you want to... Like, you need to weave in Boss and Iono. And I think this is right. Ah, they can heal with cards. True. Ah, so it's always punch first. But then you can't Iono. Oh, I'm Ionoing bosses to the bottom as well. That seems so bad. The switch cut's always good for them, right? 90 swing with Flutter? I don't think that's good for my race, though. I'm so low on energy, too. This is a help moment. We're in trouble here, boys. Our energy is so scuffed. Luke is too hard to play, man. I'm telling you. I want to Iono and punch, I think, and just make it hard for them to reload Peak. We're in a lot of danger here. We played one hands 2-2 rat, yeah. I am feeling the lack of energy in the deck. I mean, pricing 2 DT is pretty painful, obviously, but... Yeah, it's not an easy solution here, that's for sure. How did we get here? Our early game score discarded a couple energy. Then we went hands, which is DTE, Legacy, Gift. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we did have some painful actions in the opening. Did we win? Okay. Sick. It seems like everyone is just getting unluckier than us. It is truly a blessed day. You guys ever heard of the phrase born lucky? Give me these energies, please. Yeah, we're misplaying left and right with this deck, though. Can you tell I don't play Lugia much? This might be why I have a warped sense of reality with Lugia, in that I just don't play it accurately any game I play of it. I'm vaguely embarrassed to put this on my channel, to be honest with you. I wouldn't say it's got perfect flow. Maybe I need to change my deck name. I'm glad to have Seagrave in chat, though, because I definitely know that he's very experienced with Lugia, and everything he's said has made great sense. Waller, thanks for following. See, it's really difficult. It's not difficult for you, Tim. You just have it in hand every time. We test IRL, and the amount of times Tim's just raw dogged Ultra Ball double chops and shrugged and been like, don't blame me. Omnipoke seal of disapproval. It's just me playing badly, though. Maybe it might just be me giving a inaccurate representation of the deck by the looks of things. Golden Go? Golden Girl? The real reason why I think Lugia's a meme is that this card has seen play in a competitive deck for months. And this is like, when you read this card, it's the most aggressively, egregiously bad card ever printed, I think. Like, Pokeball was back in Jungle, right? And this is a Pokeball that 50% of the time helps your opponent. Mischievous sounds pretty good again. Wowza. Rats. DT swing and pass, right? Got to think about Flutter more. Can't justify it. I mean, every game I've been complaining about my energy situation, and Flutter would be... Like, I put Flutter in today just for our testing purposes, instead of an energy. And I also think that 16th energy just gives you so much... It's like a luxury card, but it feels pretty good as well. You think Mesagoza is cuttable? You wouldn't play Vac over jamming, right? You'd play jamming for before Vac, surely. Our music set is so whack. I'm trying a new... like a bunch of music under one license, and I'm just trying different playlists. This playlist is called Laid Back. Lay back. Lay back. What about me then? Oh, cool. Next turn I can Ultra Ball Minchino, Chinchino, and Iono him. Yep, not you, Chinchino. Ah, I can also do DTEs on the Minchino. Got to think about that, actually. Save a DTE for the potential Flutter, that's for certain. Then we basically don't want it on... We definitely don't want it on Blood Moon. We're allowed it on Minchino, though, right? Because they have 26 instead of 28. I think it's Gift DTE here. Oh, could have been Jet, because next turn I'm going to attach Gift anyway. Maybe it was... Or Mist. Maybe it was just Mist here. Okay. I'm vaguely terrified of their Cypher Maniac, so I think I do discard this, honestly. I definitely... Yeah, this shouldn't be a gift. That's the only thing. There's so much resource, think. Is Lugia the hardest deck to play in format? Question mark. Thumbnail. Thonk thonk. Is it true that there's complexity to every deck in this game? That's crazy. Navigating some of the hands it gives you. True. Halcyon. Never give up. Quick search before your final coin bonus. Are you sure? Unless you're ace-specking now. Oh, okay. Why get one card when you can get two? I see, I see, I see, I see. Halcyon, don't write off top 1024s. I should be laughing. I honestly don't mean to troll you. You're trolling yourself here, that's why I'm laughing. Banan Man, thanks for the follow. I have a newfound respect for Lugia after playing it for an hour, after refusing to play it for a year. My eyes have been opened. Am I playing Lugia for EUIC? Does my housemate have to buy the full Lugia deck so he can play it? These are the questions. These are the questions. I don't mind a Lugia punch here and try and put another Minccino down, set up for Flutter. Just have to debate where energies go. I think we still have to put at least one on Minccino. It's probably just one onto Minccino and hold the hand. I got to be a little bit careful of resources. I can always pull out DTE plus energy for the Flutter. I think it's just missed to Chinch. Minch, I should say. Missed to Minch. Next turn, Cinch plus energy plus Arch. And then we're edging closer to Blood Moon, which will be set up by the Flutter. Please don't call it Minch. You think they're AZing here? What is this deck? Whose hand do I have to shake for building this list? Honestly, if I sat down and someone was playing this against me at EUIC, I'd lunge at them. Chat's cracking me up. It's crazy how many games we've won with suboptimal play on my end. That's the thing that's really impressing me about Lugia. I feel like I had to play so tight with some of the other decks to get wins over the last couple of streams and make very few mistakes, at least from the overview. Whereas I've actively made aggressively bad decisions throughout the stream today and I've still come away with wins, which is so wild, don't you think? That's just so cracked, right? It's Flutter time. We like Jet, right? No, we like Gift. We obviously can't proactively bench Bloodman. He is too important. I don't want a Mezagoza if I'm doing the disruption stuff, right? The thing is, hold Mezagoza for potential Blood Moon next turn is interesting. But I think we work with like a guarantee instead, right? He gets everything? Okay, fine. Mezagold before capturing. Only when I don't need... When I'm like specifically hunting one card, right? If you want to be flexible, you actually do it the other way around, don't you? Oh no, I think you always flip Goza first, right? Oh no, you flip Aroma first. You like me holding Aroma? Because you think he's going to Iona me now? I don't know, is his deck an Aroma deck? I don't know. Yeah, it's all, it is situation dependent. Last debate is if I want a better pivot than potential Lugia next turn. If I need to Blood Moon this guy. I don't think so. It's a bit scary that they also have a gimme on this bench, but... we'll see. So their best play is Dust Noir popping Flutter and KOing Chops or Lug, right? They get down to 2. I can't in good conscience KO the Dengo with Blood Moon. So maybe I have to pay retreat Lug, try and hit Jet off Iono. That seems pretty rough. If they do that and don't Iona/AZ, we win. Oh, that's true, that's true. They can't do that if they don't know Iona/AZ, so we're holding the pieces. You're right, I shouldn't be that afraid of Dust Noir, actually. They may not be able to use it at all. They have Monkey Dory, though. They still shouldn't Dust Noir pop, though, because I'm holding Boss Blood Moon. They do have Monkey Dory as well. Is this where they Crispin? Eyes bulge, Crispin. They should be promoting full hit point Dengo here, unless they have a specific plan. And they're quick searching, so there's something up. You imagine they're only benching Monkey because they're going to crisp here, right? Crisps. That was the coolest thing about the Dragon Dengo, is that it played Monkey and quad crisp. What's going on? Something's up. Something doesn't smell right. That's a way less scary turn than I was expecting. They're realizing they misplayed? Probably. Just have to debate how many energy we have left, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I have 2 energy in the prizes and I'm taking 2. So I'm allowed to spend both on Blood Moon here. Is one of them a gift? Yeah, we can spend Gift Jet on Blood Moon and Pay Retreat, and Pay Retreat actually unlocks the Fez KO for boss. So I think I want to... I actively want to retreat the DTE. 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I definitely take an energy off prizes, guaranteed. You don't like Iona here? We have Gift, right? Why'd you not like Iona there? Their hand was insane. Have I just played the entire turn differently from how you do? I'd like to hear the logic there. I always feel like when they have Fez, Dengo, Pidge there, what if they boss KO Chops, you don't find boss myself? Boss KO Chops are my 3-card hand with Dengo. I mean, it's true, but like, are you just saying that you make them Ionomy there? Thing is, they've already countercatched me this game as well. Like, they could be running multiple countercatcher. Like, Iona, yeah, I mean, I guess because they played one, it's less likely that I'd see a second, but... Yeah, maybe just say, I'm ahead, please, like, you must Iona me is better there. I thought 9-card hand, let's reduce those options. But I guess, I mean, Dustamar's offline. What's actually a scary option at this point? It probably is their boss line, right? If I draw the energy in deck, I lose. Have I played both Ionos? I have. That's also true. Gulp. Smile. We're just making mistake after mistake after mistake. My head just doesn't click into gear with Lugia, I think. Chi-Chi, well played. I don't think it was well played. I think it's the opposite of that, but... Lugia is merciful. Honestly, I don't know what... Normally I normally wrap my head around like the logic of decks quite well. But for some reason it's just not clicking in my brain with Lugia. I'm not thinking about all these, like, factors. Yeah, dank. Look at Rab. He's in shambles right now that I've been streaming. Yeah, I guess it is just a reps thing, right? I literally haven't played this deck in, like, a year. But, the flexibility of it means that you actually have, like, really, really wide decision trees every turn. And then you also need to think about just like RNG that I've not had to think about before. In that just like draw RNG bad when normally like you're programmed to draw as many cards as possible all the time because more cards good. Yippee! Lugia sure has been merciful to me today. Lugia giveth. Water boy's good if they don't play Temple. Here comes the trolley. Here comes the money. Does look control-ish to me. I think I like attaching some energy to Lugia here because it plays around them Gust KOing a Chops and then just me being much more limited for the rest of the game. Maybe not DTE though, in case I need to, in case I'm getting sob trapped on my Chops. Maybe just this. Yeah, I think yeah, the DTE on Lugia is also bad for that reason. But I want to proactively punch this Entei, right? Because he's threatening with this Entei. And I want to not let that be a factor. You think missed over the V-Guard? Could be. Yeah, maybe V-Guard's more relevant on stuff later down the line. You prefer Purloin to Pidge there? Now, surely we're more scared of the guaranteed best card in their deck. Even if it's putting more multi-prizes into play. Surely we prefer that to just 2 cards. You think I like hearing both? My logic is that, like, if I just like let him forest Entei take out a Chops, then I can't attack the Entei for another turn. Then he just gusts Chops again, and I'm down to manual attachments. It's insane that our start was so good, but we were actually in a precarious spot. Because I make 2 Chops, I shuffle my energy back in, he takes out 1, then I punch, then he takes out the other, and I was like, oh, okay. We don't have to be overzealous, right? We know that we can beat this if we just, like, keep our win conditions. And this is WinCon 1, and this is WinCon 2. Okay, he's brute forcing Pidgeot. That's fine. I'm not as afraid of... Well, unless he's quick searching CC here, and then he can CC, punch, and still Rondo Chops, I'm a bit worried. Or is he gonna... Yeah. It's what I expected. But we go down to 2. And that's just pretty good, right? You think I lose from here? My debate now is a couple of debates. Gift active versus gift bench is interesting. There's also the no shuffle option, right? I think it's this no shuffle. Am I crazy for that? Am I just massive overthink right now? I'm just going to go down to 2 and see what happens. Full head. Bench hands. Let's debate it. It's really bad if Chops goes, right? We can't do that. We'll just pump. Pump keep energy is so interesting, though. Don't you think? Yeah, I think it's no shuffle, actually. Ah, it's so close. Hmm. I'm gonna keep. You think 3 to speed up game? Force the bear now. That's such an interesting play. You think at this point we're committed? It's tough. I've basically given them like a bad play this turn. Like, dealing with my chops is still probably their priority. But now it's like much worse, because then I can... Well, I guess Punch Bear Take Lipard isn't that good, but I still take the one, force a penny from them rather than like disruption. You think Punch Bear Pidge? Don't I want to go down? Don't I have to go down to 2 next turn? Attach DTE to Water Ogre, go down to 2. Wow, that's a really good 3 cards. Our opener was pretty nuts, right? We've drawn pretty insane the whole game. We turn 1 double chops, turn 2 V-Star with no excess random Garbo. They're in a very tough spot from there. Man, Lugia is such a high power level deck, actually. I'm just like mind blown by how poorly and like how much I'm having to think about pretty basic stuff. and just climbing. This is wild. Have I played Arc Armor yet? No. Can you see why I'm boggled by just like how much I've been wrong about the deck, you know? Am I a convert? Is this what a convert looks like? Quaterns. We high rolling them again? Can't believe I'm making Tim look for Lugia pieces. Deck's too hard to play for me. Don't worry, Tim. Don't worry. Don't panic yet. Right, this game is immediately different because there's a fish on my board. Now, I can always yeet my fish back in the deck, but... Am I just going gift to the moon here? We've established the DT is really poor on Lugia. We've established that. That much we know. But is it really right to just gift everything? Gift everything we got? I think it's fine. You think I dig and pitch stuff there? I don't know. I thought holding hand was good here. Too passive there. I mean, I get denying Pidge, but do I really want to... I mean, yeah, I win if I get it here. I get that. Still win. It's fine. We've got way too lucky on those the whole time anyway. Yeah, don't mind me just thinking about silly thoughts. Why not win here? I hit heads on Aroma twice, guys. Heads is an evolution. I'd love to win right now. You're thinking Mezagoza heads. But why not hit tails? True. Damn, you real for that. The basics popped up because there was no evolutions in the deck. We just researched away all our evolutions. Yeet. Just hit tails. Forehead. Game is actually a lot harder now that I have no Chinchino, right? You think chalked? Nah, believe. The energy is supposed to be in deck. That would be ideal. We're so good at this game. What are our thoughts on benching Nasoga? I don't think I do it yet. Good talk. What was the cut for Flutter? If you're on my YouTube video, it's 59 cards the same as the YouTube list, but it's minus Mist plus Flutter. Hold, it is sacred. The sacred wellspring. Sacred is such a great description. Yeah, one Mist, Halcyon. Now, one Mist. It's 4 Jet, 4 Gift, 4 Turbo. 1 Legacy, 1 Mist, 1 Guard. Are we really that scared of thorns? We've already seen that there's been a few different applications for it. But I mean, ultimately, why, like, it reminds me of when Lugia was really hyped for NAIC and, like, Lost Boxes were playing Thorns. And I think other decks can just, like, do that, right? And be like, haha, I've griefed you, haha. You have to accept that people will be like, my matchup into Lugia is bad, so I'll just play a Thorns and see what happens. Beat Thorns with Flutter. You start good. Consider the results of the other tournaments. Reasonable. Sob sob. I feel like hitting for 120 is so much better than hitting for 100 here. I think it's right to use 2 jets here. Punching for 120 feels so meaningful. Punching for 100 seems so bung. I feel like I limit his plays so much by doing this. Ironhold Sentry, how's it going? Shadow Marrow, hello, hello. I'm getting a free coaching session from Seagrove tonight. That's really what's happening. And Halcyon. What's the Thorns count at? We've faced no Thorns tonight, actually. Thorns update. We've not hit any. Hey, I appreciate all the Lugia assistance. I've played the fool tonight by pretending not to know how to play Lugia perfectly. So we can all discuss these things openly together. So that's why I made all those mistakes. You don't dare to play Lug. Okay. So he basically just drew more off the Lipard. Okay. Haven't played against Gali tonight, I don't think, no. If you're invested in Lugia, you're going to hate some of the plays, but we discuss why I was wrong. So, you can learn vicariously through me being silly. Which should be helpful. They recycled Sinnoh. Alcyon, that's so funny. That person is me. What's the jeopardy of us going to 1 here? I don't see much jeopardy. Legacy not used. Oh, did I have Ogre win? No, I got sobbed, right? I'm sobbed. I'm sobbed. I'm sobbed. I'm sobbed. Don't worry, you're good, you're good. I'm just constantly in fear that I am making that many mistakes that I trust you as well. Had the heart skip beat moment. Sinnoh Iono seems like the move. The opponent's playing a very interesting Pidgeot control thing. Mesh. Different vibe when I make mistakes compared to you. Listen, it's all a learning experience, right? We want to learn together. Ah, not game because of Sinnoh. So... I think it's 5th energy active, so he has to throw an energy back to my chops. If I lose the chops, I still have a 4 energy Lug. My board will just be Lug, so I'll have no more energy to lose. I think that's right. Have I encountered Arc Dusknoir Handlock? I haven't faced it online, no. Quick search before fleet-footed. game. I mean, isn't it so unfulfilling when I top deck game anyway? We planned it though, guys. I promise we planned it. Look at the planning that went into all this. Hey, look. Life-size Legacy DTE. We keep facing the same guy. Rab, going back to the vibes thing, the thing is, you try and, like, defend plays and get really frustrated, whereas I'm just, like, throwing my hands up saying I'm the dummy, accepting every mistake I'm making. I think that's the difference. He's gonna be so mad at that. He's gonna be fuming with that! Oh, cannot wait to speak to him later. This time around, it's the hardest time you've had putting together a 60. It's funny that Lugia's shoved in every win condition possible now. It's like, Hands is good in these spots, Ogerpon's good in these spots, Gigas is too efficient, Chinchino's bust, Flutter finds niches as well. Like, I feel like all these attackers have justified themselves tonight. Oh, sorry. I think we're finally, like, low rolling against him, which is going to be an interesting change. What do we think about... So my debate is this V-Guard could go active just to sob down this Budu if I have to, but I can always do that next turn. We've established we don't like Turbo on Lugia. But Guard could also be on Lugia. But I think because we want it to maybe sob through this Budu, I hold. You like DT attached there? It means I can't sob through Budu, though. Maybe maybe I'm just not afraid because I can always jet read there if I have to. We just read into Bud. Yeah, maybe that was right. I would have ultraed for a fish or squawk, then attach DT active. You think that was a squawk angle? Interesting. Just because we were getting itchy anyway? Maybe it was V-Guard to Lugia turn 1, Jet read into him, and then Evolve attack into him. I'm starting to think V-Guard Luke was the best line. But I don't want to attach the DTE to the Lug, right? That's the problem. It's fine. If he goes aggressive with Entei, I can just evolve up and get my chops out. You don't like Sob now? I was thinking I can manual my way to this Lug if I have to now, right? I changed my mind on the Sob thing. After discussing the energy attachment turn 1, I decided that actually the best thing in hindsight was attach Guard to Lug. Probably. I'm so conflicted. Guard on Lugia on previous turn, so then this turn it would have 2 energy, so then I can V-Star, like evolve up and attach into the Entei. What's that sub? Sharpling? Yo, thanks for the support. Appreciate you. I'm assuming it's Jonathan. How the devil are ya? Yep, I liked reading Nesta. Agree. Maybe I was too hesitant to put the turbo on, because I know I can retreat the Lugia at some point. Yeah, congrats at Birmingham. Awesome run, awesome run. Happy to see Palk get its representation as well. Clorf any good? Some of my buddies are testing a lot of Clorf. I think they're believers. Retreat Jet as well. Yeah, true. That's a freaking busted Iono for me. This guy has every right to be mad at me right now. More than most. I like Jet Ogre. Let me make sure it's in deck. Keck. Yeah, I like the Arton anyway for the shuffle, because we had thingy, didn't we? We had V-Star. Ah, now, our discussion earlier about not attaching this Jet. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because I could draw the Legacy, and we know that now. Our brains have evolved now to a point where we know not to attach this Jet, right? Or is it different because it's control and I just take that risk and say I can always sob if I have to? I think because it's control, I'm taking a different approach and saying I can always sob if I have to into this buddy. Yeah, agree. And I can always attack with Lugia if I want to do something else anyway. God is graceful. Get to chopping. I'm also shuffling the Jet back in now, which is sick. The Turbo's a debate again on the. Actually, I think it's just missed the Chinchino. One energy's fine here. I don't want to be frittering energy, right? Ah, but I also have to think about how many energy I have left for Lug. Maybe it's just Turbo to Chinchino, take out Pidgey. Yeah, I think it's this. I know the 4K is the Pidgeot, but we're trying to deny the Pidgeot, right? Plus, I can always go to 5 if I really have to. If we deny Pidgeot, we already win. I only made the play because I was pumping the Pidge. If I wasn't pumping Pidge, I think I would go like individual energy on the Chinch. If I just take out the Lipard, right? Then it's the single energy. But because I was taking out a Pidgey that turn anyway, I was happy DTing Chinch and having it as a play into the Entei. Afraid of the Thornton plays they always have. The thing is, like, I'm not afraid of a Thornton supporter this turn. The more he draw... Yeah, this is the third time we're facing him. Is Taemon in here? Dow's in here? I know that Alessandro played an Entei Pidgeot Giglamesh in Stut. Entei is very important for having any hope into Arch, is one of the main logic pieces. We still like Ogre, right? We're still ogring this Pidgey. Debate is that they take out Chops again. They take out Chops after I punch Entei. Then next turn, I can't guarantee to hit this guy for anything. Things are going to get a bit hairy now. I guess I don't take out the Pidgey. I think I just still manual attach to Lugia this turn. Or manual attach to Chinchino. 714, go to 21, that's not great. We probably... No, we never put him into hand, because that can get thingied. I guess it's just this. I think it's attached to Lugia, punch Entei, take out Lipard here. so that I can use the DTE. Like, the Bravery Charm was really smart here from him. Oh, I still get... Oh, this is only to active? Or am I going to get kecked? I can't even read my own card. What does DTE do again? To your opponent's Pokemon. Yeah. I didn't want to get kecked. Why is it lying to me? The heck? Why you always lying? Because live is programmed like... Yeah. You are doing 120, which is then reduced. You know when you just have those moments like, I know what this card does, but do I know what this card does? I never read it, I say -20 in my head, and that's all I say to myself. Never have to say any more words, right? Yeah, DT minuses everywhere. No one remembers the full text of cards. They see this and say draw 7, they see this and say switch, they say this and say -20, like... Then this one's sniping with Ice Cube. Let's go. Fusion days. If it plays Entei, you're in. Greninja EX taught me this the painful way. Hilarious. This control deck is pretty wild. We've faced it 3 times. And they're giving it the old college trial, right? They really are doing stuff. It's the Ursaluna from F block control deck. The single prize Ursaluna. Ron-diddy-do-do-do. So long, Ogopon, I hardly knew you. Next turn they're going to Iono Sinnoh anyway. So is it worth even gifting Cinccino? Probably not, right? Although it still lets me hit something with a special roll, and it's more dangerous. Close there, actually, I think. Actually close. Think about benching this Minccino. I think it makes sense. Do I ever want to reshuffle my deck? Well, there's a jet going to the bottom next turn, so I might want to shuffle my deck just for that. There's boss, fish, and jet going, so I think I keep, right? This will be a close one, I think. The way I went from testing Lax to testing Ceruledge in a matter of days should be studied. What a sentence. Honestly heroic. That's so freaking wild. I say to all my opponents at EUIC, here, have a dub, it's on me. You faced this guy earlier today as well? Holy. Soon AI deck builders will come for you. Let them come. One more game, I think, tonight, guys. I'll give them a chance to queue into someone else on the ladder. If that day comes, players will have to stop leaking their lists to the internet. You know, Tord Reklev is the most advanced AI humanity's ever seen. All Norwegians are lizard people. Can you prove they're not? Can you? You're trying to win EUIC. Is Guardy the play? You and 2,500 others are trying to win EUIC. Actually, that's not true. A bunch of people don't turn up to try and win. Maybe about 1,000 people are trying to win. Does that sound fairer? Actually, this is an interesting thought experiment. How many people are actually trying to win EUIC? Would you go higher or lower on 800 players trying to win? Just win, forehead. There's a 50-50 chance. You either do or you don't. I like those odds. Hope the next year we see someone win an IC or regional with a completely unexpected deck. It's Hugh Man himself. It is I. Even the top competitors aren't trying to win. That's so true. I'm out here testing Lugia tonight. I'm not trying to win. Or am I? Get back on the Ceruledge. Gotta get it out of my system. Alex, we've been winning some cursed games tonight. I've been playing so poorly and still coming up with dubs. It's disgusting. I don't think I've played as thoroughly poorly with any deck on the stream since I've been back. Like, there's obviously been misplays in a bunch of games that I've had and been like, oh, I should have done this, that, and the other. But I've done some, like, reprehensible stuff with this deck and still come out with wins. Vocalizing the lines and selecting the optimal one. I feel like it's a very good practice, actually. If I was still coaching, which I don't do anymore, or I should say that when I coached, one of the things I always recommended was to, or part of the sessions would be that I would look back and listen to recorded gameplay with people who out loud said their thought process as they were doing stuff, which sounds like such a childish, absurd thing to say, but things as basic as like where this energy should go, sometimes it's an Arceus and you're like, I'm attaching it here because it means I can attack on turn 2 and this is how I set up all my energy, so it's always going here. But then there are those situations where they're like mid-sentence and they go, oh, huh, I didn't think about this, that, and the other, and like, oh, what they're doing next turn and this sort of stuff. So just more stuff comes out that was probably, that you were thinking about, that you just hadn't vocalized. So that process of listening back to your own gameplay and justifications can show where you were flawed. And that, like, I'm still flawed all the time with my logic and stuff. But I can look back at it and be like, you fool. You silly, silly sausage. Go first with Jet in hand. Is it no-brainer Minchino here? Skill diff the Flutter main. Ultra Ball Boss V-Star. Take Chops. Ultra Ball away, Chops, Jet. Squawk the lot. DTE active thoughts. Thoughts, opinions, open to questions. I see Flutter, I'm assuming Guardy or Mirror. If it's Mirror, we never want to DTE Luke. I think it's DTE active. Oh, Ancient Box too. That's true. That's true. It's Ancient Box until proven otherwise. Anyone told me how phenomenal I am getting double chops in the bin turn 1? Goated with the sauce. Ironically, like, no, sorry. I think it's so easy to be like Herder Lugia, but I've actually played it tonight and it's been like some of the most weird backwards thinking that I've had to do. It's so different to every other deck to play. Like, no cap. Actually tough. I haven't played this deck for like a year, so... Towards it. Look out towards about. I mean, we're just KOing Lugia, right? I think in this spot, my best player is probably to KO his Lugia. I have to be nice to you? I didn't even say anything! This man is blackmailing me in front of 93 other people. V-Guard ever relevant later? I guess I could do random V-Guard stuff on, like, exactly Ogre, but that sounds really poor. I think V-Guard just goes, right, so I can save the rest of the stuff. What a great play. Yo, Seagrove, you've been a real one today. You've honestly made the stream so much better for everyone involved. Really enjoyed hearing your theory on stuff. This could have been a car crash without you. Not gonna lie. Taking the cube to Japan, that's awesome. Take pictures. Relevant to loot if you play Weirdo, that's true, that's true. World and hell itself. How would I rate my Lugia experience? Sorry, did we just get Thorntoned? Sorry, everyone. I was asking for a handshake, but their turn 1 and 2 supporters have been Irida Thornton. Ah, what? I think I'm fish gusting there. Fish. Oh, I don't have to fish. That's sick. Do they know both my chinchillas are gone? They don't know. How much do I like this bait play to scare the bejesus out of them compared to just putting down something useful? Nothing else is that useful, I've decided. Is it ever just double turbo here? And do we like bench hands? If I bench hands and he can Gust Chinchilla KO, then I can't win next turn. But because I have Legacy and Turbo in hand, can I win next turn anyway? It's always this. Or do I mean, I could boss KO the chops and have hands game on fish. But they can always correct stuff with Legacy, right? I think that is. I'm not looking at chat, by the way. Why not Ogre, KO, Chinchino? Ogre punch a Lug and take Chinchilla out. We had an embarrassment of riches there, right? Take 3 on fish was your play there. Wait, I had no energy on... what was active? I had no DTE in the deck, right? Oh, I had 2 DTE in the deck before I did anything. So I bench hands, attach a DTE to my Lugia to retreat from her chops. Then other chops is DTE plus gift. Boss take 3. He can't come back with Chinchino. He can only come back with Bear, right? He comes back with Bear. But because I've taken 3, I have really high likelihood to just win on the spot with Minchino. Sorry, with Chinchino. I mean, it didn't matter what I promoted there. I always have to pull an energy out of the deck because I had the Legacy in hand. Did it matter that I didn't have a Chinchino? Does your play ever change there if you don't have access to Chinchino there, Tord? Because I had one discarded and the other was prized. Obviously, we're taking 3 of the 4, so it's still really... It's 75% to take it. But them going Blood Moon Response doesn't feel good for them, but it's pretty much what they have to do, right? But they're only taking 1, I suppose, and it's just game if they take 1 into hands. I just have turns of time. I have gift popping. I'll just find boss off that. You're right, it's probably better. I'm honestly atrocious at playing Lugia. That's all I've learned. Yeah. You're right. Turns out hands is just good. When you have boss hands, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Did I say it was the last one? I'm going to play one more because Lugia Mirror's kind of eh. It's actually insane how bad I am at playing Lugia. It's one of those things where, like, you neglect playing a deck for so long that you just get completely out of sync. I can't even see half the right players here. I mean, to be honest, I shut down after I took out a Lugia and was just like, oh, it's over. And then they actually did something back to me. So rude. If I was thinking about Thornton, I wouldn't have attacked with the Chinchino. I would have retreated the Chinchino into Lugia and carried Lugia with Lugia as well. Maybe my turn 2 was wrong. Lugia is brain rot. Honestly, Todd, I'm pretty sure Lugia is too hard for me to play. No cap. Has my music stopped? Let's go back to our old playlist. Oops. This is a really good going second hand. Infinite lines. I think a lot of it's just that it's so unintuitive to other stuff I've played. Wait, I want to... This isn't the... How do I do this? Probably can't flutter now, which is a shame. I mean, definitely can't flutter, right? Yo, thanks for the follow. Did I miss you? Let me find it. Please. Please let me see. Shalma, thanks for the follow. Anyone else I missed as well? Swaggermeister HS. Mate, thanks for the follow as well. Boss plus attack is not a combo. Sure can be. Oh lord, he coming. Oh, there's a hand. They knew the 10 was relevant, they had to heal. We're in danger. Punch hands is something in my mind right now. I can cleanly KO hands later with Blood Moon, but he's too dangerous to be left alive, and I'm losing if he takes 2 on the Lug immediately, then 3 on the Squawk, obviously. Fish Iono. Yeah, that's actually kind of based. This is a cringe spot. No Thornton in the list, no. This looks pretty horrendous, I'm not gonna lie. Gift value, though. I'll show the list before I dip. How does Lugia feel into peak? Doesn't feel great. Does not feel great. One of our more tough matchups, right? I play Flutter in the list, but with Mezzo Tails I couldn't weave it in turn 1. Thornton's definitely a consideration card. Yep, I agree, I agree. Where did our hand go? It's going right here. We're so back. Iron hands. They are down low. So I'm just thinking about speed winging this hands. Also thinking about spinning a Pokestop to try and hit Aroma to try and hit Tails to Luminion for Iono. Anyone else thinking about that right now? Just me? This is logistically nightmarish enough to probably spin this stop. To pray for Aroma. To pray for Ultra plus Nest. To pray for Ultra plus Ultra. It sounds like the most cursed ass thing I've ever heard. I feel like we're so giga behind that I have to try and spin to try and random Iona him. So unlucky. Can't believe it didn't pay off. What the? It's alright. It's probably an L anyway. They can probably get to the bottom of their deck, reload hands and bundle anyway for game, right? Oh no, it's not game because Lugia tanks the hands for 3 at least, but they can do a lot. Oh, they can prime capture the hands. Yeah. Prime hand squawk. Doo -doo -doo. The handyman. I am absolutely exhausted, guys. I feel like I learned so much. I feel like I might have to play Lugia again, you know. This might be a return to sender deal. This is on the shortlist. This is officially a shortlist right now. One evening to be one of us. I mean, the main impressive thing is that most times I'm squeezing out wins because I'm playing well with other decks, but I've been playing relatively well most of the time with other decks, and then today I've just been like baby's first Pokemon battle, and I'm still winning games, you know? And that's like such a crazy advert of the power level of the deck. Lugia does that to you. No, like I made a bunch of mistakes like consistently. Post-row, I think we're here to talk about it, Jolly. Post-row we'll talk. But yeah, this was the list we played all night. The first couple games I had, I was really sus about the 15 energy, but as I played it more, I was using the energies better. So I think 15 energy is fine. Apparently Halcyon's not happy about the one missed. Is Flutter worth? Flutter was pretty good today, honestly. Like, it's the classic peace of mind card, for one thing. Madman with one missed. We've didn't. I mean, there's this weird secret cult of Lost Box as well, of thinking it's finally my chance at EUIC because Drago's going down in play, and they're literally rubbing their hands right now, and they're probably thinking of just trolling Lugia. Played it to Burm and just lost to Thorns slower. I mean, yeah, you are scooping Thorns without it. We know that much, and obviously, like Thorns is going to be a low percentage play, like no matter what, right? So it is like a feels bad card in that you're gonna be like, this was useless for me all day because I didn't hit the Thorns that I was terrified of. But it reminds me of NEIC last year when Lugia was like a top 3 play. Dilly, thanks for following and thanks for hanging out. This format is kind of reminding me of NEIC last year, where there was like such a gravitation towards a top 3 of decks. Patchy, thanks for following. I feel like the gravitation for NEIC last year was like so much chat around Guardy being great, Lugia being great. There was this like Dragapult thing going on, but also Bolt being great. Like those were the 3 or 4 for NEIC that people were like really, really high on. And it meant the meta was like 14-15% of those 3 or more, if I'm remembering correctly. And I feel like this EUIC is the same narrative as like there's gonna be a lot of Draga, Dust Noir, there's gonna be a lot of Gardevoir, there's gonna be a lot of Lugia, those 3. And when that's the case, people find things like Thorns that can be giving you that freebie. People just want the license to be like, well, my Lugia matchup goes up 20% by adding this one card. You think Arch is in that spot close as well? Replace Bolt with Arch and we have the same format. Thorns Polt is interesting as well. That's like relatively reasonable online. Like if you don't care that much for Flutter, you can also think about Bundle. But we've attacked a lot with Flutter, and it's going into Lost Box, which is a nice bonus. And we used it into like Golden Go to set up Blood Moon. We used it to just be another one prizer in the deck. Yeah, not playing Toad School is some nice space for that deck actually. I still don't know the best way to utilize that space. Like, I just, like, buffed counts of stuff, but I don't know if there's better optimization for those slots. What do we think, like, other than the missed energy question mark, are you guys thinking I should just cut Flutter for energy? Or are you thinking, like, it's more valuable than 4th DTE or something? Gully, Lugia, Polt, Arch, Ceruledge, Dom. You think you can 3 DT a list like this? That's fair. You think cut V-Guard, interesting. I guess Drago is less relevant, right? Mist could be higher value than V-Guard. With no deer, DT does lose some value. That's true, that's true, that's true. Yeah, maybe it's 3-2 split. We could have been misting those sobs earlier. Had an even easier matchup. Palkia, that's true. So are we basically saying that, like, an energy slot is negotiable. Maybe 2 energy slots if we disrespect V-Guard a little more. And then we're saying that Flutter's negotiable. Trimming rats. You like Jammer? Jammer's interesting. I think Jammer's really just like a very, very strong card right now. So I like the nod to Jammer, but it doesn't like the impact of a Meza Flip is insane. Like, even though I hate this card and I think it's the worst card the game's printed for years, and I don't know, I still am in disbelief that it's in a deck. That heads flip is just giga. It's like so impactful. We did double turbo a Gigas today to KO a Ceruledge, but if this version has options, you should try a 1-1 rat list. To be honest, we haven't Chinchino'd much this today, right? I mean, my opinion's kind of warped because we faced 3 of the freaking controls back to back to back, which took us a long time to, like, get through. Jamming's definitely not required, but it's like, it is a powerful card when you see it, right? And there's nothing wrong with being like, Guardy still has so many lines into us, let's just take the game away from them a little bit more. Like, I don't think you can over-respect Guardy this format. Snorlax is such a funny shout. Yeah, so rat. I suppose 1-1 rat is negotiable. So there are still some wiggle room slots. And then what are we thinking? We're thinking of just like buffing an energy slot. We're thinking about some of these tech cards. We're thinking about what's it called? Thornton. Interesting. Good talk. Let's go raid someone. Thanks for stopping by again. I don't think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I think I've got to do the pod. Need to chat with the guys. Thornton's a slam dunk in the 1-1 line. Okay, so 1-1 Chinchino instantly becomes Thornton energy, is the idea. Interesting. What's the pod called? Spill the TCG. Spelled like that. Is it on Spotify? It is. Me, Alex, and Rab. For Alligator Gaming, all right, we have to raid him. Let's go raid Sunny. Right, have a good evening, guys. I'm going to be raiding in a few secs. I think the next stream I want to do is probably going to be Guardy or Dragazard. Still haven't played much of that, so that's probably next on the list. Probably not tomorrow. Probably more likely next week or maybe at the weekend. But yeah, let's head out. See you later.